Right, okay, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, I've got a match reaction. The match reactions are back. It's for our pre-season game, a 3-0 win against Club America in pre-season. I mean, look, it's pre-season. You've got to take it with a pinch of salt. I've not been one of those people who have been over dramatic and been absolute melts, to be quite frankly honest with you, on Twitter, all this crap about getting overreacting about pre-season. If we have a good pre-season, I'm not going to overreact. If we have a bad pre-season, I'm not going to overreact. But there are things you can take from pre-season, like pros and cons. I'm going through what I saw, the pros and cons from yesterday against Club America, player ratings, your usual stuff. I'm going to be doing it. Yeah, so they're back. It's so nice to have football back, or club football. So yeah, let's get into it. So then, first off, the first thing I want to touch on is the system we played against Club America yesterday. We really are seeing the way Enzo wants us to play, and it's exciting to watch. The players seem to understand it, and we're working it well. I think, we really saw the identity. We were getting some really nice passages of quick, fluid passing, and also after every pass, there's constant movement. I mean, you look at the players around the ball after a pass, everyone's shifting about, everyone's moving. You've got constant players telling each other where to go. I think we are really starting to look pretty comfortable in the system. I think not everyone necessarily played well, but they didn't look out of position, or they didn't look necessarily like they didn't know what they were doing. I think that's the biggest positive we've had so far, the way we played yesterday. I think the way we played a certain way. It was very promising, showed a lot of potential, understanding of the system. It was fun to watch. It was refreshing to see. There was a clear identity on and off the ball. The differences, you could clearly see it. I said I think everyone looked comfortable. I really enjoyed watching us play, and hopefully once we start to understand this more, push into it further, have more time getting used to the players around them in the system, how everyone works, how the different positions works. I can't wait to see it in full action, because it's you look at it from Wrexham to now, it's already come leaps and bounds on how much they've improved. But yes, I'd say the way we played yesterday is probably the biggest positive we've had all pre-season, because it's the identity we want to see, the identity what we expect, and we're finally seeing that. I say finally seeing that, it's only been 3 games. Can't expect too much, but yeah, we're actually we're seeing that come through of what we saw Maresca did at Leicester. We're now seeing that for us, and we're only 3 games into pre-season. One worry I have had so far this pre-season is the set pieces. I think the corners and the free kicks have just looked wrong, and yesterday we saw a lot of going short with the corners. I'm not against short corners, but I think we tend to overthink it and just waste the opportunity quite a lot. How many times last season did you see we go short from corner, but then the person you go short to, he'll pass it. But he'll pass it, and he'll pass it, and it was so much, we're just going back to the halfway line, and we just wasted the opportunity. I feel like we do that too much from short corners. I think we did it a few times yesterday as well. We were just trying, just put the corner in the box sometimes. But I feel like when we have him, actually crossing it in from the corner or the free kick, I think the crosses, I don't know if anyone else has seen this, I haven't seen anyone mention it, but I watched the majority of the first 2 games. I watched the whole of the game yesterday, and I see the crosses go. I just think they look awkward. I think when we put a cross in the box from set piece, I think it just looks awkward. It's going into weird areas, or it's not been attacked correctly, or I think set pieces so far have been relatively disappointing. So I don't know what it is. It just don't look right. I don't know if this was a Maresca thing at Leicester as well, but the way we're putting in set pieces, it just looks weird to me. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of outswings, but I don't think it is just the outswing. I think it's the position we're actually putting the things into. Maybe it's just because I'm seeing them not go to the first man every corner. Maybe that is. Maybe I'm not used to seeing us put them in the actual box. Obviously, we got the result we wanted, a 3-0 win. And to be honest, let's be honest, it could have been more. We had lots of chances. I do think that's maybe something. At times we lacked a bit of composure, but it's pre-season. The players are warming into it. You've got some players who are playing their first game. Dewsbury Hall, Jorgensen in goal. Once again, it's players getting used to a new system. But there was a bit of sloppiness, a bit of lack of composure at times. I thought there was films where players ran the ball out of play, or instead of passing it in front of the player where it's more needed, they put it straight to feet, sort of breaks up the play a little bit. But it's stuff like that. Yeah, in pre-season, like we not like, was it? Are we halfway into Are we even halfway into pre-season yet? We played 3 games. What have we got? We got 6 games overall, I think. When you're sort of this sort of early into pre-season, it's stuff like that's not really worth complaining about. It's just that's something we'll see fixed as time goes on. So yeah, that's one thing I saw. Just a lot of complaints about composure. And I get it. It is there are things like sort of basic things that are quite frustrating to watch, but I expect that stuff will just be stamped out. Once the players get to full match fitness or full sharpness, because they're not going to be that yet. They're not going to be that yet at all. Obviously, we did have a few chances in front of. I mean, Dewsbury Hall. I'm not saying he should have scored the chances, but yeah, he could have had a hat trick. Once again, that's not me saying that easy chances he should have scored because they weren't. But the point is, he was getting himself. I mean, obviously, he knows the system. He was getting himself into positions to score, and the players were finding him. That's something really good to see. I mean, Brower had a brilliant chance as well in the second half. Overall, there's just so many positives to take from that performance. It could have been so much more than 3-0. It could have been so much more the way we were playing. Just refreshing to watch. So we get into player ratings. Robert Sanchez, I'm going to give him 7. Sanchez, he looked comfortable with his feet. Made a brilliant save at 1-0 to stop them from equalising. And yeah, with his feet, he looked comfortable. He was coming out. He was always making that back 3 or back 4 on the ball. And I think he gave himself a solid showing in obviously the fight for him number 1. We know it's going to be him versus Jorgensen for number 1 spot. And I think in the half of football he played, hard to take it away from him. We know he was a brilliant shot stopper. No one's taking that away from him. He's shown that in all 3 pre-season games so far, I think. He's made spectacular saves at points to keep us in games. So yeah, 7 for Sanchez. Reece James, I'm giving him 6.5. Didn't play the full 90. He played 63 minutes. I think Reece James, he looked decent. 3 times where I think he got past a bit too easily, but I think overall he looked pretty decent. He's done a different role to what he did in the first 2 games. He actually played as a right centre back, but we know he can play. He did it in youth football. Under 18s he did it when he was captain of under 18s. He did it. So yeah, he played a role we know he could play. Looked pretty comfortable doing it. When he got 6.5, that's a good performance. So yeah, 6.5 for James. Tosin, 6.5. Once again, looked pretty comfortable. Played that more central centre back role on the ball. Yeah, looks good, Tosin. I think he's looked pretty comfortable so far. I like the sign of Tosin. I do like the sign of him. On a free, a player who looks like to be a decent player. I think it's a good signing. I do. And Benoit Badiashile also gets a 6.3. Once again, like the others, just look decent. Gusto, I'll give Gusto a 7.5. Yeah, Gusto was good. Gusto looked really good. Because he plays a left back in the back 4, but when we on the ball converted into that midfield, and in that midfield, he was just doing what he wanted. He ran the place. On the ball, he looked fantastic. I'll say he looked fantastic. He was making more advanced runs forward. On the ball, running with it, passing. I think Gusto looked really good yesterday. And that's going to be really see how, when it comes to the actual season, will we line up with Gusto at left back, James at right back? Because originally we thought we could sort of try, he might try to get them both in the team on the right hand side. But it looks like, Gusto, there was times last season where he played left back and he looked comfortable then. And I think once again he's really shown it, that he can play left back. And he's shown us one thing we didn't really know, and that is that he can invert. This man can invert. That's when we first signed Maresca, we were talking about the fullbacks. We said James can definitely invert. We said Gusto we're not sure on. We said Chilwell we can't really see it. Well, we can now say, Chilwell I still just can't see him inverting. James we know he can, and Gusto we know he definitely can. Gusto was really promising. Gusto was really promising. So yeah, 7.5 for Gusto. Really key standout performance. Really impressive. 7.5. And on to the next key outstanding performance, and probably my man of the match, Romeo Lavia with an 8. Once again, didn't play the whole game, 63 minutes, but those 63 minutes was enough to really impress. He was everywhere. Sweeping up was really impressive, passing really good. he ran the midfield first half. First half, he was excellent, outstanding. So yeah, 8 for Romeo Lavia, really impressive. I say, just the midfield, he ran it. He absolutely ran it, and he's put himself on a really good case to get into that team. I mean, I wonder how we'll line up. Obviously, in the midfield, we've got so many good midfield players. He's just made Enzo's job of selecting probably 3 a lot harder. Say that midfield, he absolutely ran it. 0 flaws, so yeah, 8 for Lavia. Dewsbury Hall, 7.5. The first half of football for Dewsbury Hall in Chelsea colours, so 7.5 looked really good. Obviously, he got himself an assist, assisting Mark Gay, sorry. Really impressive. I think you'll say this is a man we know knew the system. He found himself on the end of chances multiple times. Wasn't scared to take a shot. Came close with a few. I said he could have had a hat trick. Not exactly I expect him to score, but he had the chances. We know he can put away. So going for, I think it runs, whether it's runs, late runs into the box, to the edge of the box, or the overlapping runs as well, to give an option to lay it off to him to put a cross into the box. That's obviously how he got the assist for Guy. So yeah, really promising performance in Dewsbury Hall, 7.5. Next up, Noni Madueke. This is a tricky one, Madueke. This is a really tricky one, because obviously 1, it's pre-season, don't be too harsh. 2, it was a mixed performance. I'm going to give Madueke, I'll give him a 6. So it's pretty, I don't want to be too harsh anyway. But performance, it was a mixed performance with Madueke. I thought first half was disappointing. I thought a lot of times when we spoke earlier about lack of composure, I think that's what he had sometimes first half. There's a lot of throwing his arms about, what I don't like to see. I don't like to see players throwing their arms about. It's just one of those things which amuse me. Obviously, scored the penalty really well. Really converted the penalty really well in the second half. I think in the second half he got better for sure. So yeah, I'll give Madueke a 6. It was an alright performance overall. I think you take everything into account, especially if being pre-season. Yeah, 6 for Madueke. Christopher Nkunku, 7.5. I'm going to say for Nkunku. I'd say Nkunku was getting really impressive. None of the standout performances. Obviously, he scored the penalty early on. It's his first goal of pre-season already. He looked really good on the ball. I mean, he won the penalty as well. I mean, honestly, what he did to win that penalty was incredible. We went past, was it 4 or 5 players in the end? He went past, got fouled by the keeper. I mean, I just hope this man stays fit. I really hope this man stays fit, because if he does, he could be mental for us. He looked really good. Coming off the left-hand side as well late on. Sterling, I'll give him a 6. He didn't play the full game, like 63 minutes. He looked alright, Sterling. He running the defenders like he likes to do. Looked alright, 6. And last but not least, Mark Guy. I'm going to give him a 7. Mark Guy, he's a player, so I did a few videos on him when he signed. I like him as a player. I said it in the videos. I think he really could be a fantastic player, an outstanding player, and I think he's shown that again. I mean, we knew physically he's very well rounded, very athletic. We saw that hold up play. Obviously, got the goal. He's a proper player. Him, so he gives us so many ways we can attack. But right behind the back, making runs. He was holding players off physically. Pretty dominant physically. Scored a good header. Really nice to see him get the goal, and it puts the team in a tricky position. Do we loan him out or do we keep him? I think we keep him. I mean, it's tricky because you want him to get game time. That's what he needs. He needs game time professionally. But I really like the look of him. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with him. But yeah, 7 for Guy. On to the subs. So first up, another debut for Philip. Well, debut, sort of. It doesn't count, does it? But yeah, Philip Jorgensen, obviously played the second 45 minutes. 6.5 for me. Didn't really have much to do saves wise, but distribution really good. Created a really good chance for us late on, playing the ball through to Madueke, who then put Borough through. Distribution wasn't very good, like we knew he would be with his feet. 6.5 for Jorgensen. Enzo Fernandez, obviously after the incident. Now, I was away when the incident happened, that's why I didn't make a video on it. It was an incident I would have like to make a video on. But not like, 'cause I didn't like the situation, but he's back though. It's all done. That's in the past. Second 45 minutes he played. I'll give him 6.5. He looked decent. Distribution looked good. Wesley Fofana 6. He looks alright. That's it really. He looked alright. Same goes for Renato Vega. 6. He looked alright. Decent. Leslie Gashukwu, I think, also getting the same treatment. 6. Decent. Mikhailo Mudryk as well. Decent. I mean, I think we've got a bit of a problem. Last season definitely had a problem with getting Mikhailo Mudryk into games, especially with Penn out on the left-hand side. I think we saw a bit of that again. But yeah, he looked alright. 6. Brower, once again, I don't want to be too harsh. 5. I'll go 5.5. I think that's fair, to be honest. He missed a chance he should have gone. Let's not underestimate. This is a massive preseason for Brower because he has to. He's one of the players who was fighting for a spot on the team. For me, I've always been a big fan of Brower, but I think he had very disappointing last season, and I think he had to hit the ground running this preseason. While his performance wasn't too bad, he has to put away the chance he had. He has to. Yeah, overall, didn't make a massive impact on the game. But yeah, 5.5 for Brower. The last one is Ben Chilwell. I'll give him 6.5. He made 2 fantastic blocks to stop them from scoring late on. Yeah, it'd be interesting how Chilwell does in this system, because if he can't invert, I can't really see him playing less centre-back. So where does Chilwell really fit into Maresca's system? We'll have to see. But saying that, he came on yesterday and he looked decent. I mean, yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong. Made 2 big clearances, 2 big blocks, stopped them from scoring. So you kind of complain with what Chilwell did yesterday. So yeah, 6.5. So yeah, that is it for today then. First match reaction of the season is done. It came like that. We're back. I'm so excited we're back. I'm so excited for this season. I'm looking forward to it. I think we can have a really good season. I think that performance could show that if we can build up performance, keep working on this new under Maresca, trust Maresca. You look at the reports about Maresca, it's all positive reports. I think that's the fan base. We saw a lot of the fan base do all their usual crap about all crying on social media because we lost a fucking pre-season game. Grow up. But I think, if we trust Maresca, trust the players, I think we can have a good season this year. But hey, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. See ya.